4 o'clock, 6 minutes, Rio de Janeiro City, Federative Unit, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It's the April 2024. Is it a light good or good enough? Yes, because it's my bedtime. But I will kind of put an extra light here, and then we'll have a conversation. Quite simple, quite clear. 2 years ago, I told that I would support this complaint at the International Criminal Court and the Antitrust Justice, to the Federal Bureau of Investigation and International Police, the NATO, and the OECD. And down here we are. 2021, 2020, if I'm doing no wrong, 22 and 23. 3 years of effort. It's here what we did. It's also here what we did. We could have quite clear that in all scenarios possible, the evasive behavior and the logical gap will be something that always happen. So it's a constant. You will expect this. Then we could observe another relevant thing here, which was the behavior as institutional behavior with stochastic process internally made as a fail will replace your activity in a specific moment, and the institutional behavior will be presented as something outlined. This is a causal relation, only goes outlined because the failure got inside and was kept there by some way, some reason, or some interest affecting the electoral procedure, which is the first step to achieve the institutional power using the democratic system. For instance, then you can do the designations of chairs that you will use the power by the commitment previously made affecting the government, the corporations, and the state, and the relation of them all, considering the fail and evasive behavior. You can accomplish things by intention. You can't accomplish premises and constitutional premises or regulation or expectations, because indeed you are unable to do this. We could check this very close, considering this pattern as switch at things, putting the show business as a terror show business or dark show business, which indeed are serious crimes like murders, mutilation, torture, and drug white-collar crime. Indeed, we observe the one very simple pattern here, considering this situation we had as the distribution and possibility. We will raise the board, and we will have the talk quite simple. Let's suppose, and indeed I am, that I am an alcoholic person, and you know, the alcoholic person in general has 2 goals on life. The first one, get drunk. The second one, never got sober again. But to do this, you of course that you will skip your regular things, like things that everybody do. For instance, you will take shower regularly or properly. In the same way, we will observe that the car you drive or something will be something really dangerous for others, because as a drunk person you don't care about yourself and you go down for the ride, I'd say. We'll have the situation quite clear and will be this way. Very simple to get, because we did a lot of things down here, as you can observe. We work with the cognizance as idea, the way that Taj calls it, like to call. We observe that since we have the functions that we must do things, and this got switched by the corruption as patia. Indeed, we observe that the function we have switched into something only had this as a causal relation. My function reversely made. This is the first thing we must have on mind. The second thing we're gonna have on mind that we are doing the economic measurement, and as we told, we will support this and the antitrust justice and the international criminal court, or beyond the God, the devil. We will support this anywhere. And the thing here goes like this. We could check that the drunk person has as interest get drunk and never got sober again. Or you kind of now have this as the criminal activity that gone inside the institutional system indeed is a causal relation as the institutions use it for criminal purpose. And you did the plagiarism of this effort as self-defense since 2014, and we had told that the criminal activity has this movement as causal complementarity. Now we will understand that this pattern here had a failure in a specific moment as this empty ball, that will run this thing in a very specific moment. We'll have the interest to feel this situation here. But this situation here indeed will be here, right? Because you since got noticed as something failure at this interval, you will have the interest to put this here and have the causal complementarity at this. And we put you on ceteris paribus, which indeed we took this opportunity because we knew that you would like to have the continuity of your drug dependence or heroin as authority and misusers of budget all around to sustain the vices you have. And as you can observe, the division here puts you in this moment of our ceteris paribus curves, I would say. This is the thing you have. This is the kind of thing you need as interest. But you kind of have this situation as causal complementarity. Right? You are here in this situation as ceteris paribus. We know that the crimes perpetrated as misconducts without excuse will impose you the need as excuse by current power misuse, real-time forecast, like made in the past, right? This is happening inside the institutions, and your activity indeed is based on the expectation in the near future you have, to keep this at least discrete, because on present time is notorious. But we put you on ceteris paribus. You need this ball empty. We filled this ball. You need this ball filled. We put this ball empty, right? So the misconducts now you did here had the empty ball because I put my dogs there, right? Here they are as the empty ball. My believers, the budget is kind of mostly for them because we can count with government on drug dependence as heroin. And here you need the empty ball, but we place it. You need a filled ball. We place it an empty ball, right? In any situation, if you come from this point to here, you have the empty ball. To get this point, you have the empty ball, right? Because we could get that your pattern as association through corruption happening inside institution. The association through corruption indeed was proved as criminal activity by those institutions at the chair level. And since this thing got so big, you decided to engulf the institution and switch the pattern. But since notice, you must cover this so you know that you need the fake records to keep the criminal activity, right? But with the empty ball, things got kind of a bit more complicated. To do this integration and have your composition continued, it's disrupted. Some of you will be killed by the kind of treasonous acts made only by you. Goes at the institution. The model is flawless. One more time. The causal relation is such a simple thing that there are no excuse to do not have the prison of you all consequence valid and affordable, including the capital punishment. Right? Have a great week, and more lies are expected. But since we have this, can't be accepted. Have a great week. Payroll, 40 trillion. Plus the case as harassment considering all financial penalties and economic espionage, 13 billions. Plus the defamation, 2 billions considering the interest, 15 billions as case, 40 trillion as harassment as compensation including the interest with legitimacy confirmed, and flowing as negotiable instrument doing the regression, operated as financial factory, 1% first 2 trillion. It's about 30 trillion or something like this, right? Royalties are expected if possible, valid, and legal. Prizes if deserved, and it's not only my conquer, I think, at least in some cases, but the conquer of we all at this. And the struggle I pass is indeed also for them that has the dignity and the pride to do not be crawling by a government that can put in their own feet to face the mirror at their own drug dependence. But sometimes officers and people and men with dignity in a situation really uncomfortable because they need the money. You had the power and the control of the money in many situations as government, holding the budget and the decisions about this, how to use those resources. The anti-crime budgets cut this need of corrupted governments, proven in many situations include the COVID-19. Have a great week.